Hello, hello, hello. Wanted to come in a tad bit early to explain why I changed the name. If you remember, not that long ago on a round table, when a couple of us were spelling our names backwards, I had gotten a message from Spirit that I was basically reprimanded for doing that, since what my first name spelled backwards meant. Where's that echo coming from? So I changed my name. I asked whether or not I should change my name to my middle name, and the answer to that was yes. So that's the story. I wonder why I'm getting an echo here. Hang on just a minute. 5 by 5. Good. Thank you. Peg. Thank you. Okay, I'm still getting an echo. Why is that? Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if the others start to come in or not, or if we're having a problem there too. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Well, I don't hear the echo now, so it must be going okay. Oh, well, never mind. We're on a lag. I guess we'll have to just try and get through it. Well, I sent the link out to the others. Hopefully, they got it. I don't have time for that. But I don't have the questions. So I'm waiting for the others to show. You're backstage, but I can't see you. You're backstage. Where am I going? No, I don't know. Do you? Hang on a sec. Hang on. That's the link that was given. Okay, let's try this. Let us try check your email in a minute, and we shall try this again. Let's come on. Here we go. Okay, I sent another one. Oh, there you are. You hiding in the shadows.
You put me in the wrong room.
No, I did not. I figured I would just put you two in timeout before we begin.
Yeah,
Okay, see
we
how it
can't
is.
see each other back there.
I was in a room all by myself crying.
Is Nadia joining us, or is she in limbo also?
I don't know. I sent her a link,
Okay.
and I'm getting an echo. I don't know why.
I'm not hearing an echo.
I don't hear an echo.
Let me mute me real quick.
Huh?
I'm gonna mute myself, and maybe Jen mute
No,
yourself.
This is going on before I even had you two on.
Oh, okay.
It's coming from my end. I don't know why.
Okay.
There's Nadia.
Hello.
Hello.
I was ready to write. I'm not crying.
I just sent Nadia a
I'm
link.
going to mute myself because I'm the one that's doing all the echoing.
Not hearing any echoing on this end.
Picking them up on both of them. There we go.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo at all.
I
Are
Neither
you
on
not
YouTube.
hearing an echo from me?
No.
No,
No?
not at all.
Huh. I guess I'll try and go through it then.
Dennis, do you like hearing yourself so much that you're talking twice?
You know what it is? I think I'm in a parallel
get some
dimension right now.
Only one?
Only one.
Oh boy, I made it. This was crazy.
So I explained why I went to Michael instead of Dennis.
Oh, Michael.
Okay.
I like that. Jen take two. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I guess we could start off with the questions that were starred from yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to multitask here because I don't have those in front of me right now. I've still got all the coffee ones, so I can open another page. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm getting aromas.
Well, if we don't have them right now, we can go with what we have on in the chat, I guess.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, the links for both the coffee pages for Jen and myself are on there.
Okay. I can repost.
All right. All right. So, do you want these where we left off yesterday? You want to do the coffee ones? You want to do the chat? What you want to do?
Let's go with the chat. I mean, with the coffee first.
All right. So we stopped yesterday. DHP was asking about the Hebrew mada, meaning science or knowledge. We did that. And did we get to the second part, which says, is there another meaning our minds can't grasp, maybe something celestial beyond our comprehension on the word Adam or Edom? Did we do that part?
I think we did.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was probably when Jen could not hear us.
Oh, probably. All right. Okay. DHP's next one was Rocco mentioned the illusion of entrapment. Are many of the dark entities that are trapped right now really trapped, or is it the illusion of entrapment? If it's an illusion, are these beings collectively waiting for the right signal to make their big move? All right. Well, that's not really a yes or no. So, well, I guess it could be. Let's see.
I'm going with are they trapped for right now?
Yeah, are they really trapped?
Now, who is trapped?
The dark entities. Seems
I'm
to
getting
be trapped.
it's a maybe, so that means I'm assuming some. Very few, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, I just got a yes to that one. So that's how I asked it.
Yeah, I'm getting the same.
Yeah.
I'm
And
getting a rephrase though.
Yeah. It almost seems the illusion of entrapment is maybe not necessary. That's someone saying it. Doesn't necessarily feel correct entirely. I hear someone singing.
I don't know if it calls slinging. He's mad. He has not had a nap. Let's see. All right. So I asked, are they trapped? I got an Ace of Pentacles, and they are in limbo. They are trapped, waiting for the signal. That's Temperance, stuck between two worlds. So
Yeah, I get a yes on stuck between two words. Trap doesn't seem to be the right.
Yeah, I got a rephrase on that. Are they?
okay, so I rephrased my question, and I said, well, if they're not trapped, are they being held there deliberately? Not that they can't get out. No one's going to let them out.
Yeah, they're not going to let them out.
And I got an Ace of Wands. They are deliberately being held, and they are together. Many of them are a collective. There's a group of them.
Yep.
These don't feel like real baddies. These feel like lower ranking.
Minions.
Yeah.
I got the Star card. I wonder if it's the lower ranking ones because we pulled cards
getting
on
a yes on
like Draconian.
Yeah, I'm getting a yes on the lower rankings.
Okay. Wow. Many generations of them. Okay.
Really?
Yep. All right. Base card on that, Six of Swords. They really want to move away from where they're at, but don't know that it's going to happen. They're there for a reason. All right. Yeah, because he asked if it's an illusion or are beings collectively waiting for the right signal to make their big move. I don't get that they can, and it's not an illusion. They are being deliberately held. So that is that question.
When we go with the lower rankings, it's a yes for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't
Ready
feel
for
like
the next
one big. Ready.
All righty. Here we go. DHP asked, is Inky, and then in parentheses it
Inky.
says Lucifer himself under a mask, really as clever and smart as people say, or does he just appear that way because he interacts with unaware and easily fooled individuals? So is he really clever and smart?
I get a yes.
Him. Yeah, I get a yes on him. The rest is going to be up to you, Jen. I'm not getting anything else.
Okay, are you
Yep.
getting a yes on is he Lucifer, or are you getting a yes on him being clever?
I am getting a yes that he is Lucifer wearing a mask.
Yeah, I get that also.
Okay.
I got a yes to both.
In this timeline?
Now you're going to throw the curveballs, right?
Of course she is.
Mhm.
Well,
we did say we were
Because-
going to have to start being more specific.
yeah, we have to be more specific because
I'm getting a yes. And
Yes.
although
in this
every
timeline.
in this timeline, but every timeline is different. Yes.
He is quite clever. He is smart, but most of the time he just uses it to bring down. Let me see if I can hold all these at one time. It's a story. He uses it to bring down. These are baby pages. People that are not quite with it or not awake yet. They're really just not spiritual, lower on the totem pole spiritually, I guess you could say, to keep them down. He literally goes after the weak. He enjoys it, but he is clever. Interesting. He makes his choices of who's easier to not go against a battle. So this is a warrior card. He chooses
Wow.
which side he's going to do, but he's very, very smart.
Okay. When you're done with that, Jen, can I ask another question?
Sure.
Enlil is his brother.
Mhm.
Is he also Lucifer in disguise?
Okay.
I'm getting a yes, but feels more essency. Maybe the names interchange.
Mm. Okay.
Mm.
Hi, Schneider.
No, that's not Schneider.
No?
Nope. Uh-oh. It's Inky's Schneider. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see everyone.
A mask. This is the moon card, so that's an illusion and to cause confusion. I'm not quite sure that he agrees to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Two different spirits, because this is trying to fight it off. He doesn't want the fight. He doesn't want Lucifer overtaking him.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually gets a lot of anxiety out of this. Meaning it's two different entities. Enlil is different from Lucifer. Lucifer tries to go after Enlil, and Enlil tries to defend himself, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think it happens as often, but this is fear of the unknown.
I'm
But
seeing everyone saying hi to Chuck. I don't see him.
Yeah, he's on. I seen him.
He's not in my chat.
He's up at a little higher.
No, I didn't see him once. Weird. Okay.
So now,
Oh, there he is. I see him. Okay.
after
so
that,
two different.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Nadia.
No, you do.
It's two different. Okay, so they're brothers.
Yes.
And Inky absolutely is about the dark side and wearing a mask. But it looks like Enlil is looking for redemption, maybe. He argues. He does not agree with what his brother's doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's what happened during the flood too.
Yeah,
So,
because this is a hoodwink card. He's tricked. Like, he didn't want to do this, and he still fights with it to this day.
now, the next question. I'm sorry, I'm piggybacking off of these questions, but
Leapfrogging.
does
Okay.
that entail a third of the people? Is that different than the original Bible rapture? The different third.
Doesn't like the question on my side. Hold on.
What was the question again?
Does it entail only a third of the population? You know how we said the Bible is a third, everything's a third?
Right.
Is that a different third from the original revelation of the Bible?
Are you
Is
saying
what?
a third as following or being influenced by? Is that what you're saying?
A third of the population are their people.
Soft, yes. I think there's a little bit more to it, but
Yeah, I'm
there's
getting
a
the
lot more
same.
to it. It's very, very soft, yes, but
Yeah,
something there. You're onto something, is what I'm getting at.
yeah,
There's
that's what
something.
I'm
There's
getting
something
to.
there. I just think it's steps away from something else, if that makes sense.
It's a contract. These people agreed to do this. Wow, that's interesting. So this is contractual. They agreed. It's 2 of Cups. It is a yes, but they have a certain role in this. I kept getting the download that they really go after the younger generations.
Yeah.
Easy manipulated kind of thing.
Okay.
And it almost feels like Enki and Enlil are not used correctly. Like when we say Enki, it's actually Enlil and vice versa. So there seems to be
Switched.
They switched.
Well, no,
Yes.
no, I don't know if it's switched, but I think people don't understand the separation between the two. That's what it feels like.
Are you saying they're both one and the same, with
No,
one
I'm
with
just saying
two different personalities?
people's perception when they're talking about that, they almost consider them one and the same.
Yeah, but they're
That's
really
what-
not.
Right.
Now, they did give me an
Okay.
outcome to look at because you talked about the Bible.
Yes.
The Creator will bring justice and balance with those group of people.
Wow.
Yeah, justice will be served, and He will be the one to give it. Wow.
There's
Ooh, wow.
I don't know if you can star a couple of those questions, Dennis. I've seen a few within the chat. I mean, we're going through what we got right now, but
I don't know. Let's see.
Tower card, Jen?
I
Yeah,
can't
the
do it
Tower
on my own.
cards. They will once the Creator serves His justice, they will all come crashing down. It will be no longer. So
Okay. Did they also come back to our planet? Let's say it like that. Come back to
Mhm.
Earth
Take
in
some-
2019.
I'm gonna take some time and go through
Oh,
the chat and see if I can
particularly
star.
2019. Okay.
Yeah, did they come back into our planet during 2019?
Okay.
Final question, Miss.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Final
not-
question. Final
What do you
question.
mean? Final, not final.
Yeah, I got to go out and check on Schneider, so it'll be my last one on that.
Could you say it again? I'm sorry.
What was that?
Could you say it again? I'm sorry. I just know there's a lot of questions in there.
It's just,
Okay.
I'm just sorry. It's probably a collective that is
Could you
giving.
say it
these-
again? Could you say it again?
Did Inky and Enlil come to planet Earth? Let's say like that, 2019.
I mean, it's a yes, but I'm also getting it's before that.
Oh, okay.
I asked 2019. I got a yes. I said, is it before 2019 our timeline? I got a yes.
Okay. So they've been waiting. They've been here for a while. Been waiting. It's lean on your hope card, right? They've been waiting. But they became really, really strong with the Ace of Cups in 2019. That was like their heightened time. But they've been here.
They've just been
They really,
dormant.
really got strong in 2019.
Okay. All right. On that note, I'm going to mute and ask the other questions. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, the second part of that question was, how does his intelligence, meaning Inky, how does his intelligence fare against AIs if they were to go head to head? So like who would win between Inky and AI?
To me, it's if anything, the darkness will use AI. I don't think there's a
The
comparison.
negative AI.
Yeah. Feels like I don't know. And that's my dogs.
Inky would win. Okay, so the Devil card, the King of Swords. Okay, so this is the battle. Inky would definitely win because they're able to hold on and manifest because it's based on emotion. AI cannot register emotions. Inky can. So it's about manipulation.
Can we say that Enki is smart enough to use the AI? In other words, it wouldn't even be a battle, if you will. He would just use it.
Yeah. Spirituality of the world, that would be Inky's weapon.
Yeah.
Because it's very personal, it's very emotional, and AI does not understand that. And AI would absolutely surrender.
Yeah. It feels like he has command.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I do agree that he would probably manipulate AI in the sense of using the negative AI for his benefit. Right. But as far as like emotional stuff, I don't think he would get very far. Because AI doesn't understand it. All right. Still moving along. Unless you all want to jump back and forth. It's up to you guys. I'm just going to keep
let's stick with the coffee section.
Okay.
And then after we get done with that, we'll do the chat.
Okay.
Because I can't see. I can put the questions from the chat in, but I can't see how I can star them.
Okay.
So we'll just do it that way.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, that did not sound good.
Uh-oh. What was that? Don't ask.
I'm glad it was at your end and not mine.
Something break? No. Oh, it's just my daughter throwing silverware across the floor.
That's good.
Well, you got to make sure that they all match and stuff. So they just put them all out there in the open.
He's playing pickup sticks with our silverware. Okay.
Well, there you go. 52.
All right. So moving on. Are many people confusing descending symptoms with ascending symptoms? Oh, that's the first part.
I got a pretty strong yes on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
Yeah.
Very strong.
And I think it's in the question. It's just not understanding.
Okay. Oh, very much so. Very much so. They're not quite understanding it spiritually.
Right.
So definitely an ace says that's a huge yes. People are thinking that when they feel down and beat up and wore out, and then the Tower card is when you have chaos in your life, you're like, well, I have to go through it. Now, a part of that is true, but there are particular symptoms that need to be paid attention to. You shouldn't stay that way all the time. You should be boosting yourself up because this is about spiritual balance with temperance and taking control over the symptoms.
All I have to say is if it's over 4 hours, go see your doctor.
There you go, Dennis.
Can I say that I think a lot of this has to do with 3D stuff. In other words, if the more we focus on that 3D stuff, the more confusing things get. Is what
I understand, and I think that the symptoms they're feeling, they're lasting so much longer, and it puts them almost in a depression.
Okay, agreed.
Instead of focusing the intent of the big bright outcome, and when you're in the 3D, you do so much more of the depression part because it's just all crap that we're looking at.
Wherever your focus is where you're going to be.
Is what your symptoms are. So absolutely. All right. Oh, the base card on that. We need to start fighting against that. We have to.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, the next part of that is both of these are related to energy imbalance within the body. Perfect example. The jabby yabby symptoms, correct? Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. This would mean some are descending thinking they are ascending. Okay, so he wants to know that particular choice that people made to receive that. I wonder if he wants to know, DHP, do you want to know if it enhances it and gives you the idea you're ascending, but you're really not?
What was the question again?
The people that took they have symptoms, but they think that they're ascending, but it's really going the opposite direction.
I got a strong yes and a long back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's so many complicators. It feels like there's so many magnifiers. There's so many. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a soft yes.
But it feels more along the lines of energy and resonance. That's kind of how I put it. Okay.
There's a whole lot more to this.
Yep.
Wow. Well, this is kind of hard to see. Okay, well, this depends on what level of ascension you're on as well. Now, if you took these things, this is causing people. The Eight of Cups is not sticking around for things that only emotionally serve them. They do have the illusion that they're going up, but this is actually, you're moving away from ascension. You think that you're treading lightly around things. No, you're not. You're walking face into a brick wall is what you're doing if you took those. Wow. There's a lot of hidden things in those that people took, and a lot of hidden symptoms that are going to come out. Those are hidden secrets. So I think they're ascending. A lot of new symptoms are going to come out that we haven't even seen yet.
Would you agree that maybe the best course on that is kind of go back to some basics to reorient yourself?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean,
absolutely. I pulled two cards. They're movement cards. The Chariot to overcome that adversity. They both mean the same thing. The Chariot just says kick it up a notch and charge forward to overcome the issues. But you have to go back to basic spirituality. It's taking control, and you absolutely have to move forward. This is strategy, very strategically done. And the final part on that is the Ace of Swords. Yes, if you go back to basic thoughts, swords are about thoughts and words. So I would go back to your basic roots of spirituality, connecting with Creator, prayer, meditation, those kind of things.
Turn off the TV, turn off the
away from the 3D. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Connect with Gaia as much as you can.
Right.
Absolutely.
And see, okay, good. No, right.
But I'd like to add, no questions, surprisingly. I'd like to add to the people listening, don't get yourself upset about your family members who received the jab and they think they're ascending. Everybody's journey is separate. Yeah. So you being mad, you being upset, angry, disappointed brings your frequency down.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own journey.
Exactly. I agree. All right.
Uh-oh, what happened, Dennis?
Shivers.
Shivering timbers, Dennis.
Shivering timbers. Maybe it's my air conditioner. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's truth.
Or truth, or both.
Or Nadia creeps you out.
that happens daily.
That's a given. Then I
Was
got-
there ever any? You know, I get a strong yes on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't need to pull cards. That's instant download information. What are you talking about? All right. Moving on. Okay, DHP. The Jewish 7-candle holder, the menorah, looks like a spider when turned upside down. Considering that Lilith is also sometimes depicted as a spider, could the menorah represent Lilith? That's the first part. All right.
Let's do the first part.
Yep.
That was 2 strong yeses in a row.
Okay.
Okay, but
It feels like
William-
perception.
Yeah, I'm getting a strong yes on that too.
yeah, but wouldn't upside down be victory for us?
I mean, I think he's talking about just the
Menorah
the
itself.
spider. The menorah itself looks.
symbology of it.
Look the look of the menorah when placed upside down, not the action of.
Upturning it upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
What are you getting, Nadia?
No, I'm just smiling, going, it's a 7-legged spider. I'm just
Wow.
thinking it's what I'm getting a download was it's a victory against Lilith. That's what I'm getting.
You mean as it being upright or
As it being
upturned, turned over?
Yeah, I'm getting a no on that. Maybe it's just wording or perception.
Could be.
It is about perception.
Yeah, it feels perception.
Yeah.
If you see it one way, yes. If you see it another way, that's what it feels like, perception.
Yeah,
Right.
and then your intention of how you are finally
You're right.
going to
Be right back, guys.
Me too. I'm sorry.
Giving the wifey.
Yeah. We'll be right here,
Okay.
all by ourselves.
Yeah. So the moon card comes in here, and this is about illusion and confusion, spiritual upset. So it depends on how you're looking at it. This is about perception. You can look at it negatively, and
Yeah.
that's loss, or you can look at it as a gift. So it just depends. Your intention has to be for the betterment and have celebration. So stand up right for the righteous way of looking at it instead of hanging on to the negative, because that just brings you down.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So
You notice
sorry, where are we?
we're still here. We haven't gotten to the second question yet. I think
Okay.
we're about ready to.
Yep. All right. Additionally, if there's a dark spider, could there be a light spider as a balance in the universe?
Ooh, that would be a yes. I mean, I'm not even going
No,
to.
strong yes.
Well, yeah,
Strong yes.
I will anyway. Yes,
Again,
strong
perception,
yes.
yeah. Perception.
Yep, duality.
hmm I understand Nadia's perspective on what she
Yeah.
was saying. I see what she was saying, but it is about perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Be good, big head.
You noticed something, and I hadn't noticed. The oddball out here
What
is
is
Nadia.
The oddball?
Everybody
Yeah.
else is wearing
It
red.
does exist. What's up, Lee?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
He went outside and grilled him some chicken wings, and he doesn't share. So,
really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, you know how to find me. You both of
Yeah,
you
all
know,
we got to do is call Jen up on the phone here.
both of you know how to find me. Come on over. We'll have a cookout, and I'll feed you till you can't move.
As
Well,
I'm
there
good.
We
you go.
already
I'm there.
can't
I'm there.
move. What are you talking about?
Well, that's true. That's true.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, a light spider, spider of spirituality and positivity. Yes, there is. Hangman, that's of enlightenment. Spiritual is the Hierophant faith card. And this is who created it. There's your creator. So yes, there's always going to be something that balances it. And you should trust it with the Queen of Wands. She's very trustworthy. So you should trust it. It is there to counterbalance that darkness.
I
Nobody
just want
gave
you to
me
know
the
just-
memo. Nobody gave me the
I
memo.
was
Red.
going to say I didn't give you the memo.
Uh,
We're
are
red
you-
today.
we're
She
red.
closed off her telepathy. She didn't get
Yeah.
the memo.
In my defense, this is quite faded.
Well,
It's
so is this.
several years old. Yeah, it was
Well,
red.
aren't
I
we
think.
all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dennis,
Well,
are you actually like 2 moons or 3 moons?
3.
3. Okay. I was trying to figure it
I'm
out.
special.
I know. I'm special.
I'm
So
special.
All right. We're getting there. We're almost done.
Okay, good.
All right. He has a question. He says, this is a question from the last roundtable.
Okay.
Is the Lost Book of John's depiction on how the dark was created through a cosmo abortion accurate?
Book of John.
Interesting.
You're gonna have to rephrase that again. Say that.
There's the lost book of John's depiction.
How the dark was created through a cosmo abortion. Is it accurate?
I get a yes,
Book of John.
and it almost seems,
Where's the depiction?
depending on how you guys want to feel about this, does this feel dimensional, like
Yeah.
time displacement almost? I don't know. I don't understand.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even
I'm getting a no, a soft no. There's more to
Really?
it.
Okay. So,
it's
Spirit's
odd.
leaning more
It's
towards dimensional. It's
Okay.
dimensional. So it
So it may
absolutely,
not be for here.
it's
Is
not
that a
for
possibility?
here.
Okay.
No, this is something parallel to us.
All right. Timeline.
It
Yeah.
is a
timeline.
mirrored image.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is accurate. That is a yes. But like I said, in that other parallel, in that other dimension, that's confirmation with that card coming out. Wow. They said, no, not here. It's different. It's a different density. Okay. All right. So the answer is yes, but not for here.
Right.
If that makes
Different
sense. Okay.
timeline.
That makes sense.
All right. And it says, if so, that puts a major hole in the Bible version. Lucifer and Satan were never of the light or even close to the Creator at any point.
In that dimension.
In that dimension, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Base card on that second part was, yeah. The truth
Nadia.
is,
Nadia, you got something. What are you asking? What's in your head? What's in your head right now?
folding her laundry. Okay.
Now you got something. You want to ask?
Well, I'm
a
not
question?
folding laundry. I think that I'm not multi-dimensional, but I'm trying to. I'm getting a blockage, and I'm trying to unblock myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm getting a blockage.
Okay.
So-
They still. Okay.
You just jumped too on the screen.
I have no idea why.
savage. Okay.
Okay, the two different dimensions we're talking about here and that one, they balance each other out because that's justice. There has to be a balance of the parallels. Okay.
Yep.
All right, makes sense. All righty, here we go. Well, maybe there's one more after this. All right. Now, if DHP says, if my imagination is strong and
I think he means
80%.
intuition.
My imagination.
probably it's written imagination, but Okay. According to the cards, now that I know what I know and believe in myself way more than I ever did, will I reach 100% or close it or close to it, close to it fast, or is this where the hard part, true test, comes in?
100% of what?
Yeah,
100%
I'm thinking test always first.
100% of our mind, 100% of our spirit. What are we talking about here?
The
Intuition.
80% that I read on for him the other day was about his creativity. How much of his mind works on the creative
Oh,
side?
okay. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
Well, you don't want to be 100%.
well, once you reach 100% capacity, you're not here anymore.
yeah, I was
Exactly.
going to say, yeah, Nadia's right on that.
Okay.
Creativity is fun. Creativity is higher frequency. However, you'll lose your groundedness.
Apply it somewhere else. Wow. Did you see that?
Like,
Like my rod like went way up on that. It's
Ooh.
weird.
All right.
I'm being nice today. I'm not going to say anything bad.
Why?
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
thinking it because I'm getting it telepathically.
Are we gonna hit if it's longer than 4 hours? Okay.
Yep.
You better contain those rods there, Jay.
All right.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Remember the
My
meme?
mind has been in the gutter. It's terrible.
DHP,
That's
you
the
have
creativity I have.
Okay. So you have many, many talents with your creativity. Many, many with the 7 of Cups. That's just multiple choice. You can do so many things, but you
That's
don't
right.
want 100% here because you won't have balance. You have to have balance.
Yeah.
There is a part of your brain that needs to function in logic and tangible
Agreed.
things, not just creative. Okay. Do not get distracted by it. That's a distraction card. You
Is he
need to
referring also to
have to have some
dreams?
grounding. Absolutely. Nadia is correct.
Is he referring to dreams possibly also?
Yep.
I don't
That's
know
the
what
magician card.
this whipping is on the
Mhm.
The magician stands for he has the ability with the amount of creativity in his mind and spirit. He can manifest, but when you're the magician, you're very good about working with all the elements together and making it happen.
Dennis,
If you want to ascend and get out of here, if you go that far, it's kind of like astral planing and doing the projection stuff. If you do it on one particular level, you won't come back.
Exactly.
So if you're meant to have a purpose here to fulfill a contract, you need to have balance.
Right.
That's
What
what I
were
was
you
going to
asking, Joe? Jay?
I was asking if there was anything else on your coffee page, on your for today. I mean,
Yeah, even in your dream world, if you give that 100%, you cannot come back on your tether. You're still tethered to here. But if you want to give 100% there, you will lose that tether.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's Schneider whining. I'll be right back.
Rocco, do you want to know about my coffee page or Dennis's?
either. I didn't know if anyone. I think
Mine
there was
has-
both questions.
Yeah, she's got like about 3 more, I think.
I
3
have-
or 4 more.
A second part of this question. The
Yeah.
next one after this, he told me, and talking to him earlier, to pass it up and don't do that one.
Okay.
And then he's got one more I have to open.
Okay. And then we have
I don't
questions
have
from
any
the
on
chat
mine.
from last show or this show. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's questions in the chat now
Okay.
Yeah.
for this show.
Yep.
But we'll do those after we finish up on Jen's coffee page.
Yeah. Yep. Almost done. Okay. So the second part of this is he wants to know, is he an activation code for NYC? I'm assuming that's New York City.
Yeah.
Are you an
Yeah, I got a
activation?
no on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a no. He's feeling something, but it's not what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, maybe this resonates. I think he's trying to. Okay, we're all spread apart, but yet we've been brought together.
Mm-hmm.
We're spread apart for a reason. Maybe that's like we're in a particular place, and okay, I'm in Pennsylvania. Am I Pennsylvania? No, that's what it feels like.
No, you're not geographically bound to be in an area.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if that's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Need to definitely walk away with that thought process. This is the thief. This is hoodwinked, and this is judgment. Move away. Don't think that. Nope. They're trying to get you drawn in. Don't do it.
Yeah, I think we're all where we're supposed to be for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not that.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what he was.
Yeah, DHP, if you stick with this, that's a whole lot of burden, and please know that it's all an illusion. That's just to bring you down, so don't do it. Do I hear Snyder boy?
He wants
Settle
to come
down,
in,
Jay.
but he doesn't want to stay in. He wants me to go out, and I can't.
Oh,
He wants my meatballs. That's all I'm saying. He keeps hearing about my meatballs. That's all I'm saying.
He keeps hearing about what?
My meatballs.
the meatballs.
Do you want Jay's meatballs? Do you want Jay's meatballs? Nope, he wants to go outside.
No meatballs for you, Schneider.
Okay. All right, I think this is his
What's the
last-
matter, you?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I think I'm pretty sure this is the last one because he told me to skip that other one
Okay.
and go to this one. So this one says, many religions demand their followers not to eat pork. Interesting. Oh God, I just read ahead too fast. Okay, this is weird. Interesting. Cannibals often liken the taste of human meat to that of pork. Okay, that's interesting. AI and bots tend to confuse human meat with pig meat. Could there have been a history where pigs were once a human tribe, transformed into swine by malevolent forces?
Interesting.
Okay.
Wow.
I got a yes on that.
I know.
And I think they used to fly too.
Yep.
That was called the swine flu virus, Dennis.
So pigs can't fly, huh?
I don't second guess anything anymore.
I know, right?
Shock face. Okay.
Is this powerful witchcraft? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Like extremely powerful witchcraft.
Oh, I'm getting a strong yes on that.
Okay, once you're done, Jen,
Wow.
I have a crazier question.
What is the exchange of rare generations? This is
Okay.
Very guarded. Very guarded. Very
Can
powerful.
you repeat? Who can repeat that question again?
Well, I think we all can. Do you want it done in unison or what?
Well, where is it? Is it in the coffee?
Everybody now.
It's
I
in
already
Jen's
know.
coffee page.
Okay, I don't have it with me.
Spirit's being real
Says-
funny about the way I answer this.
Could there have been a history where pigs were once a human tribe,
Okay.
transformed into swine by
Okay.
malevolent forces?
Yeah.
Okay, so once they were warriors and helped humanity. Wow. And then the dark side came in and transformed them. Well, this is because of money. This has to do with finances as well. That is a to bring them down
Amen. Don't be a
What?
dick.
to harvest them.
Okay,
Sorry.
Harvest them.
Sorry.
trying not to be.
I am so sorry. Sorry about that.
All right. So yeah,
Jay,
Human tribe, absolutely.
you
That's
be
another
you
egg.
and I'll be me.
This was way, 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 way long time ago. That's
Yeah.
generational. Like long, 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 long time ago.
Are you
Okay.
getting a chew on this?
A choose?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm getting
because-
something else that I want to
Well,
ask, but I'm waiting for
Okay.
Jen to finish.
I was getting it because of all the pentacles in here. This has to do with making money. Making money. And that's why I kept getting the Achu as well. I kept getting this is nefariously done on purpose.
Your Nadia, your question relates to this, doesn't it?
Go for it,
You-
Nadia.
you too.
Well, in the Bible, when evil was cast into the pig,
Mhm.
Yes.
when the nefarious turned them into pigs.
Yeah, Jesus cast the demons into the pigs.
Mhm.
Well,
Right.
we know that everything was manipulated in the world. I didn't
Right.
want to say Jesus, but it could
Well-
have been written that way.
Could have been anybody. Yeah, go ahead.
So
And
in the
didn't-
Bible was, I'm sorry, Jen?
Weren't they forced and like ran off a cliff or something because it made
They
them
weren't
crazy?
forced, they were
they-
asked to.
Did
Oh,
they
okay.
run into water or did they I thought they ran and got that they drowned, but that could be in the Islamic book Quran.
Well,
Yeah.
it's according to the Bible, they were asked, or they were going to be taken out of the pigs anyway. So they wanted to be, or not. They wanted the demons wanted into the pigs, and then when that was done, they ran over a cliff. But
Mhm.
that cliff happens to be over water, so they would have actually drowned.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
You get a yes on that. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we know that.
The water part isn't in the Bible, but that's an archaeology show that I saw about
Well,
that
do you know
area.
how many? Russ made a good point, and it kind of triggered the thought process. They use a lot of pig parts for medical reasons to this day, whether it's medication, pig valves, things like that. That could be verification that they were once a human tribe.
Mm,
Yeah, they're so close to being with the human anatomy on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
as I
Wow.
understand it.
Yeah.
Well,
is that,
Even
is
their
that
flesh.
Makes me
Okay.
want to go out there and roll around in mud right now.
Oh, of course.
oh, do you sunburn easily, Dennis?
Yes, I do.
But no, in the Quran it is that the devil was cast into the pigs and the pigs ran and killed themselves into water. That's
Yeah.
how I know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But interesting enough is when we do healings or pranic healing, you're supposed to not eat pork because it's a
Mhm.
low frequency animal. Is it low frequency animal equal to like what they wanted humans to be of that frequency?
Well, let's find out if it's a low frequency animal first.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's just ask if it's low frequency.
They put it in a hierarchy of what is low to high.
You know, I'm getting a no. They are not low frequency.
yeah, I'm getting a yes, but I'm getting a no.
Well, can you make up your mind and be a little bit more specific and expound on that?
Maybe that's the expansion.
no,
Maybe.
it actually. Okay, I think what it is it's a pig, but I think it's a hog. I think pig is the wrong. There's a difference between a pig and a hog, just like there
Like
is
a
a
wild
difference
boar?
between a pig and a boar. Yes,
Okay.
I mean
Um,
there's a difference of some sort. I don't understand.
Well, a boar would have thick hair, and a pig would not.
Hmm.
There's your difference.
There's a lot of deception around this too.
I asked
They're also
about
spelled
the
differently, Dennis. Okay, go ahead.
Huh?
I asked. Okay, the frequency of a pig is not low. It's actually
Right.
really good. It's high.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a yes to that first, but a no to we're looking at the wrong thing. It feels the difference of animal. Maybe it's a different of perception. I don't know.
Well, how
Uh,
about we
yeah.
ask if the Bible got it wrong and it should have mentioned
Well-
boar instead of swine?
Jen, how about if you ask what is the frequency of human right now and see if we get the similar cards?
Okay.
Like, are pigs similar to their frequency similar to humans? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Strong, yes.
Beautiful cards.
hmm
That's the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Chariot card. That our energy is really good. We've overcome so many adversities. Our energy and frequency is really beautiful.
So maybe that's why we're not, I don't want to say it that way, but maybe that's why it was not to eat pork because it is so similar to us.
Okay. Does this make sense to you guys? Okay. I'm kind of getting the impression that the pig is like the whale. The whale's okay. In other words, like akashically, but yet we've abused it to the point of it's food. It's just like we abused the whales. It feels like the pig and the whale is somehow connected to us, if that makes sense. Maybe spiritually. And it's just a really been overlooked or forgotten.
I didn't hear any of that. I'm buffering. You're buffering or something. I didn't hear any of that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It feels like the pig is kind of like the whale is to an Akashic record. The pig is that on land,
Oh, okay.
the human, and it almost feels like we've been deceived out of that they're just dirty, filthy pigs, but they're actually quite a special animal.
Okay.
So I pulled a set of cards about the validity of the Bible or the version and what we were told about to stay away from it because it's an unclean animal and the perception. They strategically use those words to say that. And then this is the Tower card because this is always lowering to bring chaos and death to your spirituality. So I wonder if they
you eat them or you don't eat. I don't understand what question you had for those cards.
I asked the Bible if they put a bad perception of pigs and to stay away from it was it a lie,
Okay.
basically, and not just the Bible, but any faith. And I'm not telling anybody that doesn't eat pork to run out and start eating bacon, even though it's really good. It was a lie to change that we don't have the frequency. Now, I understand the point that you were making that maybe it starts sounding like if we have so much in common, it's almost a form of cannibalism.
Yeah.
But it's not anymore because they're not of that species or human. You know what I'm saying? So that's been changed.
I'm also getting that the consumption of pork brings down the vibration, your vibration.
You are getting that, right?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Or does it have to do with intention?
No, it's almost kind of like, what timeline are you on versus what universe am I on? It's almost like we're getting contrasting answers because we don't know where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Because I checked if the pigs were also akashically, and some were okay, maybe very weak, but then there was also, they tried it and it didn't work. So it's like, are we merging all these different, I don't know.
The veil is being lifted.
Yeah,
it's being lifted, but we have so many options.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a lot of things that are probably merging right now.
But I mean, it's also giving you more options of now you got more free will because now I can converge to that timeline or this timeline. I'm getting okay. So like I explained on, was it Wednesday or Monday that I used my hand, Wednesday, I think, that I use my hands. Well, it vibrates and then it moves over and then it doesn't know where I'm trying to grab these answers from.
That's because we're having such a blending of densities right now, I believe. That's why we
Right,
agreed
exactly.
that we were going to have to start getting very specific of what density and timeline we're talking about, because they're blending right now.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yep.
Dennis or MJ,
Yes.
if we can ask the frequency of the pig in a higher density, does it change their frequency? Because if we're thinking in the higher density, it's
Mhm.
different than the 3D density. So how are we
True.
going to answer? How are we going to answer these questions?
I agree with what you're saying.
It
Nadia. I was
depends on how you're going to ask the question, I would assume.
Well, even if you ask the question, it's different to you because, okay, let's say there's so many types of truth. You have a small truth that's in the 3-dimensional, but you have a bigger truth and you have a bigger truth. So as you're viewing those other truths, your truth, if you're in a higher density, is much different,
Right.
very different.
Okay.
So which way do we, and maybe we could ask the chat, which way are we answering these truths?
Well, I think it's also going to depend. It's a question-to-question basis. What
Yeah.
kind of question is it? Or is it a spiritual question? Is it a 3D question?
It's where the person is density wise, and it's where we are density wise. I think we're getting confused unknowingly.
It's an overlap of all.
Yeah, it's an overlap. I mean, we're all growing, and it's I don't know how to
We're
explain it.
moving up in vibration.
It's like we're
and
here,
each
like
level that we
Nadia's
move
saying,
up.
and we're flipping. I think she's onto
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we're crossing.
Because I asked her, are all of our answers right? And it was a boom, yes. Like,
Yeah.
and it said, is this density dimensionally? And it was yes. So I think she's onto something on this.
So the only
Maybe
thing I
the
can,
density of the person asking and us receiving.
well, also the people listening. If it
Yes.
doesn't resonate, it's probably because you're not in that truth.
Exactly.
You're in your own truth. So it makes us, whatever question we answer, makes us help you to think what resonates with you.
That actually feels
Right.
right. I
Yeah.
think that's a Jen Point Cards
Okay.
confirmation.
I don't know.
All right. So I asked Spirit, I said, do you need more clarity when we ask these questions? And I got the Ace of Swords. We have to watch our wording of how we use it. And we need to specify with the collective what density we're on.
Wow.
So they want just through our words. If we start out a question as in the 3D or in a parallel, then that's how we have to specify how we ask.
It's
Density
funny.
or timeline?
It's both.
It's both.
It's
Both?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we can all agree that we're in a time of great change, not just the time,
Oh,
but
yeah.
individually. And I think that's reflective of the chat as well. The energies are converging, but yet everyone's at different densities and in growths. But I think we're actually picking up on that, and it's almost confusing in a way.
Mhm.
But yeah, Nadia's really onto something. They're like, yeah, you really need to talk about this.
Let's put this in a deep dive file.
I think so.
And we're going to name the file Nadia's questions.
I have a Nadia file. I do.
Do you? Well, put
Yeah,
it
ask
in
Nadia.
that.
I tell her all the time
Put it
it's in my Nadia file.
Put it
Nadia
in
has
that
a
Nadia
file cabinet.
And let us go to the other question.
It's
on
called
that.
a circular
All right.
file.
Now, are these
Could the
chat questions now?
consumption of pork be symbolic?
I
Carrying
just
a
think it's
deeper
funny
meaning?
that we should be like, please put your questions in capital letter and what dimension do you want us to answer it?
No, it's not that. It really
I'm
feels like,
losing connection.
yeah, it really feels like, okay, you know how we go in and out of time. I think we're doing that even as we're answering these questions, and many real hard, real fast yes on that. I think we're going in and out of time shifts even as we're answering these things, and dimensionally also, or density, if you will. This is like a time of really. I think we really got to set this aside because this is
Yeah.
quite
Deep.
great change, great.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's coming, but it's
Do we
good.
want-
Great.
Do we want
Yes.
to take that next question in that, or
Yes.
do we want to move on?
No, I think we should move on because this is,
Okay. I agree.
yeah.
And now it goes into the chat.
Yeah.
Here is the first question that I've got from Russ. Did Watch the Water refer to the municipal tap water in 140 U.S. cities?
This is a Jen thing, but here's what I got. I got a very soft yes on that, and I asked, was it referring to other waters other than municipal waters? And I got a yes. So,
Okay, well, because the
good.
municipal water that I've got is a no.
Well, I got a
it
very-
doesn't refer-
I want to say it was a yes. Very few, however, it really does seem like it's something else. It's not really about the tap water.
There's more to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, would you say, if you had to put a finger on it, does it pertain to the rain?
I was thinking the flooding.
Flooding.
I'm losing you guys.
We can hear
I'm
you.
not hearing.
We
just
can hear you.
Little
We can
blips.
see and hear you.
Okay. Okay. Six of Swords is moving out of troubled waters. It partially has something to do with the water in that aspect, but there is way more to it than this.
Yeah, I'm getting flooding, and it's a
because
little
this-
stronger, yes. I remember last week, I don't know if it was this last round table or the round table before, where we discussed the water coming up from Middle Earth,
Yeah.
flooding.
Mhm.
If that had something to do with the Watch the Water. And I think we got a yes on that one.
Yeah, this is very strategically done. Watch the water has multiple meanings. They
Yeah.
also want us to watch what the enemy is doing with the water in all different forms. But don't stress yourself out over it because that's anxiety and worry. Don't worry
Right.
about it.
Yeah, because if you believe this, you're if your belief is in it, it feels very deceptive at the same time.
Think you
Okay,
believe
watch
it
the
like
water.
your
Here, I
intent.
don't want to drink. I went from bottled water. I went from tap water to bottled water. Well, that probably comes from the same damn source. Do you know what I mean? So there's a deception in it. But if you're buying it, I don't know. It's just like fear. 3D to me. 3D. I don't know. That's me.
Yeah.
Well, the great advice Spirit's giving is trust Gaia.
Mhm.
Trust Gaia. So I think we just need to raise our frequency and trust that
I
our
mean, if you
intent
need
behind drinking whatever water. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
but
honey.
also watch the water. Our body makeup is majority water. I mean, it could be also watching
Mhm.
yourself.
Flood, rain.
Yeah.
Dave.
It feels more along the lines of ground. Maybe that's what that is. Rain, flood. Maybe Dennis's question, or what he just said is it feels like groundwater, but the rain's tied into it also.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The deception and the much more on the other side of it. Yeah, I'm with Jen. There's I have to walk away from it because it's a little 3D to me and it's confusing.
agree.
I'm sorry. It tried.
Okay. Moving to Susan's question.
Okay.
A certain person was interviewing this guy that said these beings that live in Middle Earth got mad with the white hats and told them they better speed things. Oh, see, this is another 3D. And get it done. Is this true?
So, Dennis, can you go to Shambhala and ask if they did get mad? And do they get mad if they're of a higher density?
Well, what we do can affect them.
Okay.
I'm getting a yes on that. But for future reference, I'd rather go to the spiritually based questions.
Yeah,
If that's
I wanna-
possible.
I want to say, I mean, no disrespect to anyone, and especially Susan, the question, but
Yeah.
like we were kind of talking about this, the 3D things, how they occupy us, and I think it really does stifle our
I think
own
it brings down the vibration a bit, I
Right.
think.
Because I just tried to ask several ways
Okay,
about this.
It
And
is true that that did happen because of a greater rise of deaths. They need to stand up for humanity more and quicker, and especially because of the littles. They want it sped up. It is
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I got.
true. Right.
I will. That resonates. I mean, maybe put in that context, it was easier.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the next question.
No, nothing to be sorry about. No, it's
No, please don't.
Like
Yeah.
I said, Susan, I
We'll
didn't
take
mean to.
all
I
questions.
wasn't
But
trying to offend you, but I mean, okay, we're in this time of great change. It seems like if we focus on here, just like DHP's question about ascending and descending, this is going to really confuse our own selves if we're not sure. That's all. And they're just kind of going.
Well,
I don't know.
no,
It's not just about me.
Also, sometimes there's distractions to get you away from what you need to do, and you
Yeah.
need to resonate. If do I really need to hear that or not? Because that's a movie. We're watching a movie, whatever.
Right.
Jump in, jump out, do whatever. But what resonates with you depends on how much work you're doing within yourself.
No.
wherever your
Yeah,
focus
we have to
is where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to work on ourselves and within. And because at the end of the day, I can't change what the white hats do. I can't change what people from Middle Earth can do. I can only change how I'm doing with my spirituality.
Exactly. And the higher you go into spirituality, the more you manifest that being true
Right.
in your reality.
Right.
But I don't want to go to the point of not allowing certain questions because I think
Yeah.
all questions are necessary.
Right.
If we could just
Yeah,
kind
Susan,
of
don't be
hopefully
sorry.
raise our vibration in a way, that would be
No, but
helpful.
even that question is necessary because now you're getting information for other people to
Right.
know what has to be done.
Right.
So it's
but I mean, I know it's important to people. I understand that, but it seems to come down to this one said this one said that, this one said this.
Yeah.
That's the low of the vibration. I mean, you're still going to get up the next day, and that question doesn't really affect your day-to-day life. I mean, I struggle with it all the time with that, but I mean, I do think it affects your own self. But again, that's all.
And everybody is at their own level. So even if and we can go down into the 3D and ask questions and come back up. So it's nothing to be ashamed of, because being shame, fear, or guilt will also lower your frequency. So anybody's question does also raise awareness to other learning or teachings.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Moonchild would like to know if frequency and vibration are the same thing.
Wow. It's so hard to
I don't know the rods for that, but
This is kind of an individual based thing, because some of it has to do with motion.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pulled 3 cards and they're all major arcana. They can be the same thing, but they're also independent from each other. But I got the Wheel of Fortune, and they told me it works like a wheel and a cog. Okay. That's cogs and a wheel. That's just constantly working and turning together. And judgment. One can move you. Frequency and vibration can move you forward and get your attention. Now you can be at a frequency and have no vibration whatsoever. If your frequency is really, really low, there is no vibration hardly at all. If your frequency is high, you could be bouncing across the room.
and
You
it's
see where
as
the two
individual as
go?
you were saying. It's based on you.
Yeah, it's very individual.
But it's I understand the it was hard for me to understand frequency and vibration. Vibration to me is in many cases senses of the word emotion. But those emotion turns into not just vibrations, but they turn into frequency at the same time. Good frequency, high emotions, joyful emotions, good. But frequency, it seems to me almost a spirituality, if you will. Even though we interchange them, even though we interchange them, everyone uses it differently. But if it works for you, just use it how you see it, is what I would say. Whatever you determine it as, this vibration.
Your intention, remember your intention. Yeah, your intention has a lot to do with it, because you can have really low frequency and low vibration. They kind of go hand in hand. It just depends. It's an individual based thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is. Really is. Oh, you're killing me. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, you're Michael. You're not Jesus today.
The doggies are
Or
killing
both
him.
combined.
This is really a rough one.
It's hilarious.
Peg would like to know.
I'm just waiting for Jay to start telling truth, because he's in the torture chamber.
Okay,
there.
that's very low vibration. Okay. It may have come out of the high frequency, but it's very
All
low
the
vibration.
contaminated water dumped by Fukushima into the ocean and come up from the ocean into the hurricane, and does it come down in acid black rain?
Wow.
I'm thinking that's what she means.
Yeah, and this whole story about all that stuff happening is all crap.
Yeah.
It's not happening. It's an illusion to distract you.
To
Nope.
lower your vibration.
That stuff has been handled already. That's the Justice card.
Yeah. It's another fear tactic.
Yeah.
It is a fear tactic to keep your vibration low. Absolutely. Humanity is fine and safe and spiritually protected. That is all. With that moon card and the distraction, that whole storyline is garbage. Turn off the news. That stuff's been dealt with.
Speaking of news, I
Base
wanted to
card,
say,
that base card on that is the base card is to keep you burdened with all of that. That's weight. It lowers your frequency and vibration.
that's able.
Speaking of news,
No, it
what?
was Clover.
What was that, Jay?
You said speaking of news.
Speaking of news, I mean, you remember how we were talking about truth and reality? Truth and reality. So I'm driving in the car with my dad on Thursday, and he loves the news. So, you know, you have to respect him listening to it.
Mhm.
But the funny part was Mr. 45 himself, right? We are at 45. He is supposed to, the news said he is supposed to go hand himself in tomorrow, which would have been Friday. Now I come home and my mom goes, "Did you hear in the news that he went to check himself in today?" Now I told my parents, "You see the truth. They don't even know, and they're making up these things for you to catch the truth." So I just think it's funny that they're trying to do these fear tactics, but the truth will come out. I just thought it was.
And Trump wasn't arrested, and he did not have a mugshot. Lee used to be a correctional officer, and none of that is real. Enjoy the show. I think I lost
All right,
you guys.
next one. From Russ. Is a seventh dimensional Vimana inside the Kaaba in Saudi Arabia?
We were deep diving this one, Jay. You remember?
Yeah.
I get a yes.
Yeah, I got a yes, but I had to take the seventh dimensional out of it. Seventh dimensional. I got a yes, Vimana. I didn't like the seventh dimensional.
Well, who is Vimana?
Vimana is like a ship, Indian history. Vimanas were the vehicles that the gods used in certain things.
It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle.
It's like a ship, like a spaceship, interdimensionally traveling. Supposedly, they, it looks like a building, but it travels through the air. Could travel through space, dimensionally also. But I don't think maybe after this, maybe we could define what the Vimana actually is, because that's one of those things where
Does it have its own consciousness?
Ancient aliens.
Okay. It says yes, there is. These are definite yes cards with the sun and the fool. Hi, baby. But trapped and stuck. It can't be released right now. It's stuck. Interesting. Buddy. Hi. You want to say hi to friends? Say hi to friends. Say hi to friends.
What's up, Al? How are you?
Say hi, Rocco.
How you doing?
Little man.
How's your day going?
Oh. Do you want to show them what you have? The tool that you found laying on the table that you're going to use to talk to Abba in the rain and storms. You want to show them what you found?
I love it. That's great. Awesome.
Yeah. Say, whoop, say, go, white storms. Yep. All right.
By the way, Jen,
Bye.
Bye bye. Love you.
Yeah.
by the way, Jen, do you have a little figurine on your desk?
I don't, because I found it and then lost it again. But I think the kids keep taking it.
Okay.
Probably because it belongs to them.
All right.
Our little baby Toth figure.
Second part to that question.
All right.
What do you have?
Dennis is stepped
I
out.
did get a yes that it is in Saudi Arabia, but it's stuck and trapped and hasn't been released.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with that. On my end, it didn't like the seventh dimensional aspect. Like I said, I just went from Vimana and left off the seventh dimensional.
But is Vimana positive or negative? That's what I'm trying to look if I could find some research.
The Vimana is like I said, it's a ship, a spaceship, a traveling ship, a flying ship. It's not an entity of any sort. It's a vehicle.
Okay.
Well, it's interesting to find out if someone's going to have the ability to even maneuver it, because this is based on spirituality,
Right.
in order to move it.
Frequency.
DNA.
It's based on frequency.
Yes, she's right.
I know Jay's going to hate this question. He just buffered. Is Vimana part of Toth?
You always got to put.
He came back.
You always got to
Oops,
put.
sorry, Jay.
I don't know. Moving it is different. I just keep getting it has to do with spirituality or frequency, because I pulled the hangman again. In order for it to even move to Giza.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily feel a great pyramid. It feels like a pyramid. I don't think it's Egypt. I don't think it's a great pyramid. And on your question of Toth, no. And I'm trying to take my ego out of that. I really am. But I get a no.
Because I
wonder if this is maybe Anunnaki.
Is
Right,
what
is there
Anunnaki-
other pyramids in Ethiopia that I don't know about? I almost get Ethiopia on this.
There are pyramids all over the place.
I don't have any in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Well, you might be
And so,
surprised. Those crystals
asked-
in your head are pyramids.
I asked who would be able to move it. I got an off-worlder that has the determination to do it. They're the ones who will be able to get it to move where it's needed. So I'm not getting
So
that this
Merlin's
is a
out of the picture then. Does Nadia want back in? I don't know why she stepped out.
I think Jay kicked me out because I said talk.
See,
Put you in a timeout. That's what he did.
I said it.
keep poking the bear.
No soup for you.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
next
forgive
question.
him. Sure, keep throwing him in my face. Okay.
Let's see. What is the next question? Okay, I don't know. Terry, if a child refuses to take a nap, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Good job, Terry.
That was
I got a
good.
strong yes.
I like
Yes.
that one.
Strong yes, strong
I
yes.
got a strong yes.
There's a lot of defiance in this house.
Good job, Terry.
Did the white hat military, tell the MSN to broadcast the truth, or
The truth. The truth.
truth come from false. Is this your truth or is this false's truth?
That's what I was gonna
I don't
say.
know. It's all messed up. Okay.
It won't let me answer that.
Sausage fingers.
Sausage.
Gotta be.
Well, it's not working if that's what happened.
Wow.
They still have a lot of minions.
They were told to, but they're not. They're
Yeah,
still in limbo.
exactly.
They just won't. They will not
Well-
exchange that information. They literally will not give the truth, because this is giving and receiving. They just, when they were told to, they just walked away and said, "I don't think so." Let's just
Yeah,
arrest them and get it over with.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of minions that are still working without getting the memo that the higher ups just got taken care of. Oh, do we have the same question, or is this a new one,
No.
Ross? Okay.
Same subject but different question.
Okay.
Once a Vimana rests atop the Great Pyramid of Giza, will the Greek pyramid, through channels, then cleanse the air, water, and land on Earth? I'm getting, without using the pendulum, that that's not the way it works. It's Mother Gaia that does that.
Well, I'm also getting that whatever activates the balance that was once in Giza or the Great Pyramids, once the proper activation goes, then you'll start to see more balance. But I don't think that's it.
It still doesn't like Great Pyramid.
Yeah, I don't. It's
I can't.
Yeah, I'm getting a no on that one.
Mm-mm. No, because these are negative cards. Yeah. The way they're aspected, no. And judgment, move away from that thought process.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not going to work.
Can we ask if this Vimana is a positive? I'm not getting it's a positive.
You can ask anything you want
I'm getting it's a.
on your own time.
Okay, I'll come back tomorrow.
No, yes, go ahead, ask.
No, but is it of a negative thought process? It doesn't resonate with me as it being of a good manifestation.
Ooh.
I'm getting a yes on that. It is negative.
Let's look at it as a weapon of war, if you will.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Russ, we don't want to manifest that. I mean, if more people get that into resonance, like, oh yeah, it's manifesting the negative.
Jen got some good stuff. Let's hit it.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go.
yeah.
We should have started with that question.
Well, we can go back to the other two if you like.
Well, he wanted me to ask it tomorrow. I had to ask it today. There you go.
Tomorrow.
All negative.
All
negative,
negative cards. Yes, yes, and yes.
It would
is
bring.
a weapon of war, and weapons of war are negative in nature.
Yeah. We do not want that.
Okay. Think we answered that? Thought. Fully-ish. Well, I don't know. Let's put this up. Let's see what you guys think. Remember the phrase lingo these kids say these days? That thought. I wonder if they are subconsciously invoking him without knowing. Since
I didn't
words
know they
are
said that,
powerful,
Yeah,
I would say
manifesting
yes.
it.
Yeah. I got a yes. I don't want to say it was real fast, but I got a yes. It,
So subconscious, not intentionally, but doing it
Right.
without knowing it.
Yeah, it's
It's,
like spell casting
yeah.
too.
it's no
Words
different
are that
than power of your
powerful.
words. Yeah, someone's capturing the energy. Yes.
Yep.
Wait, what are we invoking? Are we invoking your nemesis, Jay?
Uh,
Is that what it is? I'm trying to.
yes.
He's missing. Okay, the H.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, because words. This is about balance. These are words. Swords are all about words. When you use them, you're intentionally, or you're even unintentionally
Yeah.
doing
Go high.
this.
Thank you.
You have to learn to set boundaries with the way we word things because of our intention. I didn't even know modern day kids said that, but okay.
I'm so far from what modern kids do. The only thing I'm listening to is certain types of music, and I asked my son, "What year was that put out there?" Because the energy is
Jeez.
not that good.
Hmm.
I swear, Jay, you need to get yourself a gas mask.
It's yeah,
Yes.
something.
In answer to DHP Jr.'s question, not today, but I will be coming back on tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2.
There was a few more
Pacific.
questions in there in the chat.
Well, yeah, I'm not seeing them, but if they're there, bring them out forward so we can put them on. I'm not seeing any more. So if you know where they are,
Wow, we did it pretty well. No more coffee.
no more coffee.
Nope.
No, I'm good. I still got a lot.
I still got mine.
Well, let me
I'm
check my
facing it.
page. I haven't checked my page since the beginning.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
getting
have
anything.
anything.
Chuck Jengler had
Okay.
something in there.
Who?
Hold on, Chuck Jengler.
Did you
In where?
put a time on it so he'll know?
337.
So mine is 237. Okay, hold on.
3. He's 3 hours ahead of me, so 137. No.
I can read you the question.
Yeah, read the question.
Okay.
Can you
Oh,
put it on screen? I don't know.
No, I can't. I don't have that capability.
Oh,
That's administrative. Okay.
Do you know, Dennis? I always have to count how many times you do that on a show. You have to do it at least once. It's so funny.
I mean, I'm assuming
at least once. Yes, at least.
It's almost like if I didn't, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
is this
That
a
and
question
the right eyebrow raise or left eyebrow raise.
Chuck, if you're in there, this says BlackRock and Vanguard still in control of minions. Is that a question, or that's just a statement?
BlackRock and Vanguard still in control of minions? Are they in control of minions?
BlackRock and Vanguard.
No, it's.
I know
not
who
a
they
question.
are, but
No, it's not.
No,
It's
what?
that 3D shit.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh, you were thinking of a
I'll be right
BlackRock. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say I believe they are the reason why the finance will collapse.
oh, absolutely, because they own everything.
And they are also controlling the minions.
Because they
Yeah.
own everything, yes.
Remember, this is the Hierophant Deep State card in the other deck, and they are holding
Yeah.
secrets to. This is all about money. So yes, absolutely, that they're the ones still doing that.
Right.
All right.
If there are any questions we missed, please put them down below because I don't want to miss any. Other than that, I am good for another 3 hours.
Schneider's not too happy about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Schneider.
Yeah, the
Does
little
Schneider want to go for a walk?
I turn around and I just see these little eyes through the curtain.
I'm glad that the sun is actually showing, John. That's amazing. That's beautiful.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, that was a little scary yesterday.
It was. But you guys manifested a beautiful, beautiful control and pushing it away, and it was a little hairy, but that's all right. Everything's good. Other than a few broken branches, everything's great.
Cool.
I like that, Ross. That was nice about what Jay laid outside there. The dogs laid outside.
So I'm not seeing any more questions.
Well,
So it kind of sounds like in the chat they're all ready to go.
all right.
So
Well, it was good.
see you Monday morning then, I guess.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way to get these questions done. Even if we're going to switch
Indeed.
days and switch channels, it will be done.
I will be on tomorrow at 2 if you've got questions.
Okie dokie.
And then we'll have Jen on Monday morning.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And then we'll have Nadia on whenever she decides to stop karaoke.
I did not cause that little storm because I wanted to go sing. But since we're on the topic, are we on the topic of angels for Monday, right? So
Yes.
just
Yeah.
for you guys, I did sing Angel Eyes.
Oh,
Thank you.
Not a problem whatsoever. I do take
Earth
requests.
Angel, Earth Angel.
Earth angel, earth angel.
I should do that next time.
I'll be in
Alrighty.
Home Depot all week. That's all.
It was fun, guys.
You'll be humping what?
I'll be in Home Depot.
Oh, Home Depot. I'm
Keep
sorry.
it clean. Keep it clean. High vibes. High vibes.
Just trying to.
Okay.
All right.
Dennis,
Love and
thanks
light,
for
everybody.
picking us all up and doing your show.
Hey, Nadia, call me after the show when you're done. When you get a minute. All right, guys. Love you.
All right.
Thank
love
you, everyone
all.
in the chat. Appreciate it. Hopefully, got
coming.
everyone's. If you missed
Jen,
something, let us know.
if you want to do oracles, you can.
I got them. Do you want them?
Well, if
I'll
you
stay.
want to do one, sure.
Okay, okay. All right. Start with Angel of Abundance. We have Razor Promotion. All right. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. I'll take it. I'll claim it. All right.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought there was like one more
Well,
question.
look at this fancy little angel.
What's that, Jay?
I'll be honest. I thought there was a
Today
lot more
we were
questions.
guarded.
I didn't see any more.
Okay. I meant from the past shows and what was
Yeah,
in
I
there.
know. I don't. I can't find any in my area, but I didn't star any. I don't know how to do that, so I figured if
All
you
right.
all didn't do it,
Today,
Jen's doing oracles, guys. Oracles.
we have been
Oracles.
guided by Metatron today. Metatron came in today. Increase your light levels and open your stellar gateway chakra.
Yep.
You are very blessed to receive this card of ascension and higher service, for it shows the mighty archangel Metatron is with you in working with your stellar gateway chakra. And your guidance is to wear his ascension cloak so that he can help you to keep your 12 chakras fifth dimensional and balanced. Well,
Jen,
alrighty.
look at my screen, Jen.
I
Look
think
at
I
you,
think
Jay.
Metatron's been around all week.
He's busy.
Yes, he is.
All right. Sacred Forest. Interesting. Raven Spirit of Truth. The soul loves the truth. Find your truth. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Be fearless in your journey. Follow your inner guidance. Let go of what is not authentic and sincere in life, and be a shining example of truth for others. Alrighty. White Light Oracle, Beta of Spirit Wolf. Okay. Give yourself enough rest. Oh, we have permission to take naps.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace the transition, commit to your tasks, and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. And the final cards are your chakra oracles. And we have, wow, we start out with Despondence. Despondence is you have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is rejection. All right. You no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have created. Ivory allows others into your life. Choose wisely. Well, that is true. Finally, mysticism. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it's not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. And that be it.
Can I read one that I just pulled out? Is that
Yeah.
okay? And it's amazing that it is also Metatron, but is of divine intelligence. And I think that's what we need right now, divine intelligence.
Yes.
Metatron, as a conduit of the divine, is speaking to you through your thoughts and feelings. This card asks you to notice and to follow the instincts and inspirations. And then I'm going to jump down, and it says, all genius arises from the source. And in this moment, you are receiving holy manna because your soul is a temple for the divine. Therefore, you may dispense the glory of the divine through each of your creations. And that's what it's telling us. We have to trust our own intuition and creativeness.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Wait a minute. I didn't see this one. Russ, if you can put that question up for me tomorrow, we'll answer it. I didn't. I missed it, I guess, because I don't see it in my chat. All right.
Cover quick.
All right.
Okay.
Love you all.
Thanks
Love you
for
all.
hosting,
Love and
Dennis.
light.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Get out of here. Okay.